I'll show you how to create an amazing ghost decoration for Halloween, simply and affordably. Start by printing and carefully cutting out ghost eyes. Grab a tomato cage around 3 feet high and assemble it to create a stable base, securing the top with strong tape to hold everything together. Place a styrofoam head at the top to serve as the ghost's face. Next, wrap the entire frame with decorative string lights, which will make the ghost glow brilliantly in the dark. Attach the lights every few inches with tape so they're evenly distributed and securely held on the frame. For a ghostly effect, cover the structure with a white sheet, shaping it to give it a flowing look. Finally, attach the ghost eyes at the right height. Place your ghost outside. It'll make a perfect decoration by day and night. Turn on the lights and watch your ghost come to life with a magical glow. This decoration will delight your family and neighbors, creating an unforgettable Halloween atmosphere. Preserve decorative pumpkins. They can last up to a year with just 2 ingredients. Sometimes pumpkins used for Halloween or fall displays quickly become unattractive, start to smell, or grow mold. Here's how to keep them fresh for longer. Prepare a large bowl and fill it with lukewarm water. Make sure the bowl is big enough for the pumpkins to be fully submerged. Add a cup of bleach and 1 pump of regular dish soap. The bleach will kill any bacteria or mold, while the dish soap helps to clean off dirt and grime. Mix well to dissolve everything. Now, take your pumpkins and submerge them in the solution, letting them soak for about 30 minutes. After that, dry them with a towel. These preserved pumpkins will make perfect, long-lasting decorations. You can display them in your home without worrying about bad smells or mold ruining their appearance. This simple method will prevent bad smells and mold, keeping your pumpkins beautiful and durable for much longer. Collect them on a walk and place them on the windowsill. Spiders hate them. All arachnids can cause unease when you see them indoors, but there are several effective ways to keep them away. First and foremost, maintaining cleanliness and order is essential, as spiders often seek refuge in clutter. To deter spiders, it's worth using scents they dislike, such as lavender, peppermint, or tea tree oil. Spray these oils in areas where spiders might enter your home, like windows and doors. Cinnamon is another great option for spider control. Just sprinkle it in areas where spiders are likely to appear. Cinnamon is also effective against ants. You can also use acorns to ward off spiders. Place them in small bowls, and you'll create a natural barrier against arachnids. It's believed that the tannins and other natural compounds in acorns repel spiders. Try these simple methods, and you won't have to worry about spiders anymore. My grandmother used to place chestnuts on the windowsill and by the door at the beginning of autumn. This way, she protected the house from a disgusting invasion. Whenever I see chestnuts, I bring them home. They have amazing properties that most people are unaware of. For those who are afraid of spiders, we have bad news. It turns out that the chestnut trick effectively repels them. Our ancestors have been using this natural trick for generations. Chestnuts have a scent that is irritating to spiders. Simply make small holes in the shells or lightly crush them. Then place them on windowsills and by the front door. The more chestnuts we place in critical areas, the stronger their effect will be. Spiders and other insects will avoid them altogether.
I'm putting chestnuts into boiling water. This way I make the most eco-friendly laundry detergent in the world. Moreover, you can make it for free. It's safe for allergy sufferers and the sensitive skin of young children. It can even handle the toughest stains. Whenever I find chestnuts in the autumn, I take them home. They have brilliant cleaning properties. Initially, we put them in a pot and boil them for 15 minutes. Then we cut the shell and extract the white flesh. I remove the husks carefully. This is important if you want to use the liquid for washing white clothes as well. I put them in a jar and pour in warm water. After 2 hours, we strain the chestnuts. I put them in a blender and add a glass of water. I blend thoroughly. Then I strain the remaining chestnut residues from the liquid using a sieve. The prepared liquid can be stored for a maximum of 4 days in the refrigerator. We use it just like regular laundry detergents. pour it into the drum or the washing machine's detergent drawer. Common chestnut fruits contain saponins, which are chemical compounds with foaming and cleaning properties. When they come into contact with water, saponins start foaming, which is why they work fantastically during washing. Chestnuts effectively deal with food stains, grease, and all kinds of contaminants.
Make a bouquet for a grave for $5. You don't have to spend a fortune at the florist. Just buy a floral sponge in a basket. You'll pay about $5 for such a piece. The rest of the items you can find in the forest or your garden. Take a walk and cut a few branches of spruce, rowan, juniper, or other coniferous trees. Also, collect a few pine cones, acorns, or even mushrooms. Take the floral sponge out of the plastic basket and place it in a bowl of water. Let it sit for a few minutes to absorb the water, then put it back into the basket. Cut the branches you gathered into smaller pieces and insert them into the base of the sponge. Place the longest branches at the ends of the basket to create an elongated shape. Once you've placed the branches around the entire bouquet, take a different type of branch and create another layer. This time, arrange them at a slight angle to lift them from the base. I use silver spruce for this. I place the thickest branches on both ends of the sponge. A carefully made base of needles will make the bouquet look like it came from a florist. This is the part where it's worth taking your time. Fill any gaps with small branches. It's important that the sponge or basket isn't visible through the needles. For the next layers, insert branches pointing upward. On top, I add the prettiest branches I found during the walk. The focal point of the bouquet will be the rowan. Its berries have a beautiful red color. Remove the leaves from the branches and tie two of them together to form a small bouquet. Use floral wire to hold them together and stick them into the sponge. Then I take an oak branch. Its leaves have a lovely golden color. These leaves are among the few that don't fall off after drying. Together with the rowan, they create a beautiful autumn composition. I add one more rowan branch and fill the center with green needles. Now prepare the treasures you found in the forest. Pine cones, acorns, and even mushrooms will beautifully decorate the arrangement. Use hot glue to attach them to the bouquet. Long pine cones will fill the empty spaces nicely. You can create beautiful compositions with mushrooms and acorns. Finally, make a bow from ribbon. I used a ribbon from an old bouquet. I always save such things and reuse them. I leave long ends and curl them into spirals. Stick the bow onto a thick layer of glue, and you're done. This bouquet is eco-friendly. Most of the materials used are biodegradable. The plants in it stay fresh for a long time, so the bouquet will look beautiful for weeks. Don't spend a fortune on plastic bouquets from the florist. Take care of the environment and make one yourself. The only cost is the sponge for a few dollars, and the effect will be just as good.